Hey, welcome back to the back 40s. Mama Juju crafting on the back 40. Well, let's see what we have in our box. This box started out being just a cluster box. Things, little pieces of papers, ephemeral, that kind of stuff that I would want to use to make clusters. Yeah. Don't judge me. I know you got one. Okay. Tags do not belong in the cluster box. Oh, goodness. Hopefully. Oh, we'll talk about this. This is cool. I really enjoy this. Brown paper. That makes sense, I guess. And all these scraps. Scrap paper, scraps. Dyed index cards. Not in a cluster. I think I was looking for those. Scraps. Okay. Okay, yeah, the rest of this is, oh Lord, the rest of this is nothing but scraps. I have entirely too many scraps. I think I probably should throw half this stuff in the garbage. But we don't, do we? We just throw them in the little box. You know, we're going to use them on something. We're just going to put them in the little box. Okay. Well, let me show you. It goes over here. Let me show you about this. Now, Tina and Scrappy, they just left my brain. Scrappy-dappy-doo-dah day. Okay, we're gonna edit that part out. If not, shh, don't tell her. Okay, she made this wonderful thing. It's a little cluster book, and what she did was, and she can explain it and do it a whole lot better than I do, so I will put it in the bottom, down there in the links. But what she did was she took some scrapbook paper that she wouldn't use, and she pulled them out, and then just did a single stitch. Let me go right down here. Did a single stitch straight down to keep them together, and then she put the clusters in on one side. And this is what I did, and I made clusters, and you can see where I've been using them. And then you use this as a base to put the clusters on, and then when you get ready for the cluster, you just tear it off, and you can either leave this or you tear around it and you don't see this part. And then that way it all stays real neat together, and then you can just add, this is where I was adding some clusters, and you can just build and add clusters that way and add your cluster bases to come back. It'll be too dark if I cut that off. Yeah. Okay. Nope, don't help. Ooh, why is that shining like that? Okay, there. You can see, yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. Oh, wow. There. Because that's cute. Okay. And then, I still have pages left that I can add clusters to. And then you just put them on one side, so you can tear them up, and then when you get through, that's it. And then this I kept and used a little Cricut to put clusters across it so I could have a cover and slide it in and out my bookshelf without messing my actual clusters up. I have one there, and then I made another one, because you know, I think, oh, I can do this. This one, there's the outside, and it says clusters, and I don't think, I can't, no, I cannot get the light off of it, but it does say clusters. There you go. And this one I made with some fabric and buttons. So this is going to be my fabric and button, and I just got a whole huge tub of buttons in, vintage buttons and stuff that I got in. And all it is a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper. You can see it's the large one you put in the screen. But it's a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, you fold them up, and then you sew down the middle. And my machine did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and they're light cardstock. It didn't like it. It did not like it, but it did it. I also had to get a new machine, so that might tell you something. You might want to notice it. This one I started just putting fabric down so I could have a fabric one. And I did 4 on it, and I hadn't sewed it yet. I started trying to put that together. And then this one is, when I come across some scrapbook paper I thought I could just use, I folded them in half and threw them in my cluster box. When I had the grand ideal of putting the clusters in and doing clusters. Okay, so also down here that you can't see, let me pull it up. I have my fabric scraps, and I just got a tub, and I think I got this tub at, did I leave the thing on? No. I got it at, okay, the Dollar General or Wally World. One of the two. It has the box, pops open. I like it because it locks it in place. And then I just put my fabric and lace scraps and stuff in here that I could use for clusters. Okay, so let's see what we can do. How about let's do a couple clusters. I'm going to use my cluster book because it still has spots on it. Flip this over and we'll get to this spot here. Okay. And I have my tacky glue, and this is Eileen's, I don't have over there. It is just Eileen's white tacky glue. I put it in a little precision bottle. Alright, so we got this one started, and what I do on some of them, you've seen some of them were all decorated up and some of them were just bases. So it kind of depends on how the mood hits. It's good, I think, to have some bases to get started with. That way, if you don't know what journal you're really going to use or how you're going to, you know, finish it off, or what all is going to be in it, then you can do it that way. If you're kind of new and don't know exactly what you want to do or have, you can just do some neutral bases like this, and then later you can pull it out and add your lace and bling and stuff to it, or you can just take one, lace and bling it up, and leave it like that, and then finish it all off, and then leave it in your cluster book. And then if you get a journal where you need some yellows and greens and a white flower, and it would look really cute in it, then you can use it. If not, you can leave it in your cluster book until you come across something like that that you could use. And on these big clusters, sometimes like this one, it would be a size of a pocket or a corner tuck, or I could take it, you know, and tear it in and get, if I, you know, want to cut this part off of it just to have a little cluster, or, you know, a flower. What you put on your bases to make from your scraps does not have to be the definitive, the end. Just, you know, it could be a starting point. Now, when you do them, you can do your torn edges. You can do straight lines. It just depends of your personal preference. What do you like? And if you don't really know, do a little both. See which one you use the most of. See which one you gravitate toward. And that'll kind of be the ones that, you know, you would kind of want to do. Now, on, I think treasure books, I think it was Treasure Books. She did a cluster formula, and I'm trying to think. I think G Kerr did one, and a good one. Judy did one too. I'm gonna say Night Owl. I think I watched one from Night Owl too. But a lot of your YouTubers, I'm sure one of your favorite YouTubers, Awell, has done the formula situation on the clusters. And basically all of them say the same thing, which is a book page, a music page, a focal point, lace, or doily kind of stuff, and bling. There is, when I was researching it, there is the 3 clusters, 7 clusters, 5 clusters. Now, what is her name? It's Jamie, and it is, what is her YouTube name? I don't remember, y'all. I'm on her Facebook page as well. She's real artsy. Oh, I am so sorry, but I know her name is Jamie, and I'll put her link down below with her name, and I'll say this is Jamie's. But anyway, she does a really good explanation on the 5, 7, 9 kind of art education thing on clusters to kind of, and it makes it really you know, it brings it home and makes it go, ah, yeah, I see. And then she also talks about the straight lines. You know, if you have like all these torn edges, then you need something with a straight line to allow the eye to rest. And with that, a lot of the straight edges and stuff, and I think that's why you see a lot of the YouTubers and stuff add the labels and the numbers, because those are like squares or rectangles. They're straight lined. And it also kind of grounds everything. So we have this, and we'll pull it together with a label. Get my little cart over here. I have to show y'all my cart one day. I did get it. It was kind of cheap, not really cheap, but it was kind of cheap from Temu, and I really like it. I really do. I got it to use for one purpose, and I wound up using it to put my ephemeral and stuff in to get it off my desk. But I do like it. This is a little specimen label, and it's got some different colors in it. I'm going to leave that for a base. And then, I'm going to ink it up, because inking is, you know, what I do. It ain't ink. So I don't do nothing with no ink. Ink is like a main staple. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll put those clusters down. And this page is just the paper. So I have the different little categories of stuff, and this one is just paper base. Because I might want to add it to a different color ribbon or a different colored lace. You know, I might want to put some green lace behind it. I'm going to put this burlap behind it. You know, I may want to take it and put it on a page and add some different, you know, a focal point that match the journal or the journal piece of it, especially if I'm doing a Dear Julie challenge. I'm able to use a piece of ephemeral, a piece of a focal point out of whatever kit of hers I'm using, or whatever kits I've chosen to add to it. And then, like when you saw with my Tim Holtz one, I will go on and use like the burlap. I really like using the burlap with his little people. I don't know why, that just speaks to me. So that's just kind of like what I like doing. I like adding the women and stuff, you know, to the lace and stuff. But most of the time, I just do it, you know, without even thinking. Sometimes I just add it to the, I just use burlap behind it. It just doesn't look right unless I got some burlap behind it. I do not know why. You know, I'm from the country. We call it burlap. I'm not sure. They call it something else. But we just call it burlap. There's another fabric term for it, but you know, you're not going to hear me refer to it that way. When you hear me talking about burlap, I'm talking about this stuff. And the long, wide pieces of it. Because, you know, back in the day, you know, it would have corn and peanuts that you get from the farmer's market. Oop, I almost put that upside down. That kind of stuff in it. Okay. Right. And we'll do one more fabric one, and then one more paper one, and then we'll move on. And I'm going to do a bright colored one, because I like the bright colors. And you know what bright colors I like. I like the pink and green, and the pink and purple, the pink and teal, and the pink, and the pink. I think I'm going to leave that straight across the top. And I'm going to make this one wide because I can tear it into two. And I noticed it saves time because I could have two out of that one. I may want to use this part of the cluster and build on it, and then I may want to just use this part of the cluster, or I may want to take it and put it sideways down the side of the page and put the cluster down the side of the page here. I want to do that. Take it like this because I can always tear off. It's just paper. People, it's just paper. Okay? If I decide afterwards it's just like crap, it will go in the graveyard, never to be spoken of or heard from again. And I do recycle. I at one point tried making my own paper, and I really enjoyed that, and it was really cool. But I didn't practice enough before I quit last year. Get the hang of actually making it really nice. But maybe when I get some time, I don't have time right now. I'm working the 2 jobs, but if I get some time, maybe I'll try it again, because I have been watching some videos, and there is on the Temu site, there was a small little what do you call that, frame that you put the paper in and close over, and that was last year, I'm not even going to pretend like I remember. But there was a YouTuber that showed you how to make the paper frame and stuff out of, I think it was either, this is some DearJuieJulie stuff. This is, I don't know, SHABBADBBYDOODAH, Kim's, Enchanted Journals, same piece of paper, I do not know. I think that is DearJulie, I think. And this is either a letter from, I don't even want to say, it's one of those ladies, but I don't know which one, because it was in my scraps, and I didn't pay attention to it. Is it upside down? Yes. Okay. There we go. I was trying to get the straight edge. Gotta be upside down. That a day on that. I do not want to bore you or have to do all that editing because it's already at 21 minutes. And earlier I did the video on the envelopes that Kim showed us with the formula and stuff that she showed us this week about, and it was 40 something minutes. Jesus, Mary Josephat, 40 something minutes. Who in their right mind wants to watch a video of me making envelopes for 40 something minutes? I just got carried away. So we're going to see how my editing skills work tonight from the class that I took. See if I learned anything. If I learned what I needed to do. We're going to see how that learning went. Didn't go so well. You may never see these videos. That's okay. That's why they make the graveyard. Alright. And I can't play too much tonight because I've got a busy day tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. And it is a busy day. Already set up. And then the middle baby, the baby, he's get his license, his actual driver license tomorrow. My pocketbook has been crying ever since last week when he reminded me that this week was the week that he could get his driver's license. And both my babies, my last babies, both of them started driving this year. And I prayed so hard. Okay, so we're going to put that up. And then we will just do one cluster and decorate. How about that? We'll put it on the back of newspaper. And we will use some of this. We'll use some of that. What else is in here? We'll use some of this. Oh, that's more music paper. Oh wait, I'm going to show you. It's not a scrap, but I'm going to use some of it. I'm going to show it to you. It is a 1826. 1926. 1806. Anyway, music paper book. So I want to, I've got to, my next thing I need to do is try to get over on coffee, at KOFI, over on coffee and learn how to put this stuff in there. So y'all can go over and get y'all some freebies, because I like that. And if I like it, I'm sure you will too. So I got this book. It's out of copyright. You know, it's the 1800s. You know, it's going on real old. So I copied it, scanned it, all that good stuff, and I need to put it over there so you can go over there and get you some of this if you want it, and use it for your clusters and all that good stuff, and tear it up and have a good time. This is real fragile. It came out of Reader's Digest, and it's very, very fragile. I used it for gluing and stenciling. That's some Distress ink when I was stenciling with it. If you pull towards you, you won't have the whiteness on the torn edges. It took me a hot minute on my little ADD brain to remember that and figure that out. Don't know why. It probably should not have, but it did. It is what it is, and that's what it was. Embrace it, know it. Right, there we go. Now, we're going to glue this bad boy down. Make sure I don't have that upside down. Get to thinking, I've got to remember, can I have any dead space? Sorry about that, y'all, but I have to remember that I need to keep talking. And for me, that is funny, because I don't know when to shut my mouth up. So, the fact that I get concentrating on this and stop talking, I have to remind myself to talk, because it's already going on. How many minutes now? 29 minutes. And with all that, we do not need to hear no dead space. Just don't need to. Again, if you're still with me by now, kisses, loves, and hugs, and get yourself a Diet Coke. Or if you like me, get yourself a Diet Dr. Pepper. You deserve a treat. And I want to tell you how much I appreciate you hanging with me. I'm over here looking for some stickers. I want a sticker for focal point, and I wanted a clock, but let me bring them over here. I want a clock to go on this with that purple for a focal point, but I don't think I have any. There's some pink. Oh, that's pretty. Let's see which one we want. That's pretty. I wonder when these big round clocks. I need a big piece. But none of these. I don't know. That is like not even the right color. Those are not the right colors. Okay, let's see. The same one. Okay. We've got this one and it gets lost. It's just too light and it gets lost. I think it's that light over there that needs to go away. Okay, this one does not get lost. It's like too short this way, I think. I think we got our winner. Okay, we got this one. And we got this one. Let me see. Okay. We're going to stick this down on it. And I got that 60. I'm going to stick that 60 label on it. It's cool. I'm trying to get this off. Now it's putting it up to my eyeballs so I can try to see it. Yeah. It's not helping. I could probably stick it in my eyeball and it wouldn't help. Now, one of the ladies in the group said that you could put it face down like this and get your pointy tool and pull it up like this. I had just as much trouble that way as I did this way. I think you just have to play with them if you use them a lot and figure your niche out of what works best for you. I do. I really think it's just... Alright, let's see. Oh, 127. And 127 kind of becomes focal point. Like that. I think that's okay. 127 being focal point is still alright with me. We're going to do this around this one. Then do it up. And then we will be frontal. Numbers, where these numbers come from. I don't know where the numbers come from. I really, really don't. I gotta get better at that, don't I, y'all? Oh, well. Victoria, maybe? I don't know. There we go. All done. Of course, you know I gotta make it look like it's dirty. Because, you know, being back in the back 40, that's what we got. A bunch of fields around us with a bunch of dirt. So, let's make it look like it's been hanging around the back 40 for 150 years. Move that out of the way. There we go. There we have it. that's it. There we go. That is our cluster. Okay, if you hung around with me this long, give yourself a big pat on the back. Much love and hugs and kisses from me. Thank you for spending a little moments with me crafting. I hope you made some clusters. And I hope you'll go over and check out SHABBADBBYDOODAH's cluster ephemeral holder. I really enjoyed it. You know, even my ADD likes that. So that's good. Because it doesn't like a lot of things. If you put it away and hide it, it gets like this box of scraps. It stays there and it builds up and it goes nowhere because I forget about it. But I will put those links down there for you, and I'll let you know when I figure out and educate myself enough on that coffee shop to get those freebies in there for you. I have this music sheet and the advertisement sheet that I want to get in there for you. That's the two that we've talked about on the channel so far. So I will let you know when that happens, as soon as it happens. Okay, well, thank you for spending some time with me on the Back 40, and you have yourself a good crafting day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.